Hey guys, today we will be transplanting seedlings from one container to the other. I just had problems saying that sentence. This was the sixth or seventh take. So yeah, now it worked. So we will be transplanting seedlings from one container into the other, and it will be from sowing soil into washed pumice. And I the seedlings are now at a stage where the washed pumice is the superior medium, and therefore that it's instantly being transplanted. I could sow out directly into washed pumice or a mix of both, but I just had the best experiences with just pure sowing soil, like commercial sowing soil. I've did videos on it before, and after the first months they need to be in a medium that is a little bit more fast draining, and yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So let's set up the camera. Okay, so I have Castle Grayskull besides my desk, and I keep hitting it by accident. So yeah, so what's wrong with these? They didn't get enough light. And yeah, I ran out of space on that lamp, and these guys were somewhere like way below. And you can see these are lost seedlings, so there's an urgent reason to repot these. Also, there's a difference in regards to growth speed. You can see, like, let you zoom in a little. Okay, so this one here, this is a very small one, and this one's rather big. And yeah, these have not gotten enough light and all, and these are urgently in need of being transplanted. So I brought a little stick, just piece of wood, so I can transplant these into the washed pumice. And yeah, and every time I move something in, I clean the roots, because now is the time where I want to have this organic material gone. But you need to make sure that they are now getting enough sun and enough water. Now is the time. So you need to make sure they have a solid and stable connection to the ground with their roots. They may be tiny, but they are absolutely important for them becoming big. And now I need to deal with this thing behind me because this is bothering me. Give me a second. Finally. So, these are Lubivia hybrids, Easter Parade. Yeah. Definitely about time that they are being replanted. I just improved the light situation a little bit. One thing I wanna say, every breeder, no matter who it is, has these problems. Like sometimes it's usually caused by a lack of space. The more plants and seedlings you try to grow, the more difficult it is to give them all the best conditions, like the best environments, full sun and all, the best spots under the lamp. You know, when you're a breeder who makes a few hundred crosses a year, which plant gets the spot under the lamp, you know? It's always like you need to know your plants and like the offspring and how the offspring looks like very, very well. Yeah, but this looks good. And the reason why I prefer this soil, this washed pumice, is because it is like, it rarely gets overgrown. Of course you can get a little bit of moss here and there, but it's nothing compared to organic material, which can completely grow over within just a few weeks. And this is by far not as problematic in regards to like fungus gnats. Fungus gnats just don't like this kind of medium to lay their eggs in. It can happen, I'm sure, especially when it's closed, you know, but it's a lot less likely. And I think this seedling must be something else. I don't know what it is, but I'll keep an eye on that. It just looks so different. Or it's like a, you know, where a different, like one pollen molecule kind of produced a little seedling. Yeah, and when you are moving these seedlings into the soil, into the washed pumice, you need to be careful about not injuring the root. And the root is really very vulnerable, and it can also happen to experienced people that you damage the root. And it's usually the end for the seedling, you know. Alright, then I have this one here. This is a weird seedling. Let's put it here. I'll give it a chance. I'll put it into the thing, but I'll keep an eye on that one, because this could also turn into fungal infection, and these will stay in a closed container for a while. So I need to keep an eye on the humidity, because let's say you have an expiring seedling here in a closed bag. I will just put it into the same bag, because this was a fresh bag, I think, like this. Okay, this looks great. I love it. Yeah, and I would spray it a little bit with a little bit of fertilizer, because now this washed pumice doesn't have any nutrients. You need to put them in. You cannot use washed pumice pure as it is, like I do, without adding fertilizer. And whether you use organic fertilizer or chemical fertilizer is up. It's not important, but you need to do it, and you need to make sure it's not causing infections inside this thing, because organic stuff, you know, I wouldn't put poo in there, for example, like cow poo and stuff, you know, like, but I'm sure, like, to a certain degree, in a certain concentration, it will be a decent fertilizer, you know. But there are many different approaches you can take with this. So we will use a little organic fertilizer now. Let me just get it. Let me mix something. Okay, so I brought this. This is just something like sugar beet or something like that, you know. Classic organic fertilizer. And yeah, I will probably spray it. I just wanted to show this, you know, the way it looks like. This is very under concentrated, you know, just so it doesn't cause any problems, no burns and all. This is just the classic standard organic fertilizer that you get sometimes. And I will also get another product, something to cut, because this isn't all you need, you know. You also need stuff like micronutrients and all that stuff. You can never expect that one fertilizer brand, if you're using organic fertilizer, will solve your problems, you know. Like, you probably need to experiment with different brands and all, you know. Okay, I made a mess, but now I have it in the sprayer. Good that I cleaned this area up. There was a spot here anyway. Okay, now I have it in the sprayer, and now I want to spray my seedlings. This is a very old one, and I only use it for stuff like this. Maybe I should put it in like the dishwasher, something like that. It would probably clean it up for good. But I don't want a lot of pressure now. If you blast these with full pressure in one of these like water sprayers, you can even damage the roots. Or you like the best worst case scenario is you shove them around and they lose contact with the soil, like with the ground, you know. Okay, now I have them in here, and these will need to go under a lamp. Without a lamp, these will grow very slim, will look unhealthy, and can like expire because of all kinds of reasons. So, this soil, I will discard it because this could be full of tiny flies and stuff, you know, fly larvae and fungus gnats. All that stuff could be in there now that it has been open for a while. When you have seedlings out of a container and you like put them like back in, you run a risk of having total infestation in this thing, and it happens a lot because these fungus gnats, they fly here within just a few minutes, lay some eggs, and then you have them in a closed container. So with the mineral washed pumice and all, you avoid that a little bit. And full sun now for until, I don't know, maybe 3 months from now on. As much good light as possible, but don't burn them. Like, you need to use a lamp that does not cause excessive burns. That you need a lamp that is bright, like a LED, but doesn't get hot, like sodium lamp, you know, all that stuff. You need to be careful because at this point, one of the main risks, one of the main problems that can happen is that it gets too hot inside this bag, because the temperature outside and the temperature inside are two different things. You know, sometimes you are not aware of the high temperatures that take place inside a closed bag in a greenhouse, for example. So yeah, and under the lamp I keep it in a closed bag for now for at least 3 months, and then I probably take it out at the height of the summer and hope that they are big enough to make it until the end of the season, so they survive the overwintering. You always need to plan. You always need to think about like the next step to do. Right now we have these in the house. They are still under the lamp, but we're not far away from summer. And in summer, these could be at a great spot if you use a good lamp. It all stands and falls with the quality of the lamp right now. And I don't mean you need a super strong lamp, like with super high wattage. You need a good lamp with very high quality of light, with everything that needs to be in there, in the spectrum, full spectrum and all, you know. Very like intensive light, but without being too hot for the seedlings. And most of the current grow lamps are great for seedlings. You put these under them and they grow like crazy. And that's what I recommend you do with something like this. Okay, this video is over now. I will transplant a lot more, and probably in this course I will probably film it all. So you will see a lot of inspections in the next month, and we will go outside like within the next couple of weeks. Right now the temperatures are still too cold to put the plants outside, and I need that to film. In the greenhouse I cannot film, but the moment it is safe to bring plants outside, we will film outside. All right, thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. I mean, this is a supporter area, and if I sometimes post stuff like this, like open to give a little insight into the channel and the type of stuff that I do, like in the supporter area. and I just wanted to, you know, give a little insight and all. I'm very happy, like, with the way everything goes, and we will film the whole season, you know, like, so it's not just sowing out, or it's not just, I don't know, we're talking about everything that is part of it, you know. This is going to be like, I don't know if we at some point, if I want to provide a really wide variety of different types of subjects and videos that I post here. So I would just let like the future roll in and let it surprise me. You know, we're just doing stuff together, and I don't know, when I feel like something is perfect for this like extra bonus area, then I'll put it there too. All right, thank you. Bye.